I'd like to acknowledge the original custodians of the land we are meeting on today, the Nanual and the Wiradjuri tribes surrounding the ACT region. I pay respect to elders past and present. I recognize and respect their cultural heritage, beliefs, and relationship with the land, which continue to be important to the descendants of these and other tribes people living here today. To start, I'd like to invite you for a quick reflection on your childhood. Can you remember your time in preschool? Well, back to my preschool, I remember ball games, building blocks, music, dance, and books. Also, I remember all the fun I had and the good friends I made while playing. I went home every day, excited to tell my mom what I played, the new toys and games which I explored, and based on my own experience, that was the best way to discover and learn new things. But what is play? Play has different perspectives and definitions. It could be described as the tool children use to gain knowledge or a combination of actions and experience observed in people during their lives. It can have a range of meanings depending on theorists' views, which we'll discuss further. But what we know is that play can provide happiness and fun, can connect children to the world and people, can give them the opportunity to explore and learn different ways, and can also support children's creativity and imagination. UNICEF Australia affirms that play is also a right. Article 31 defends children have the right to relax, play, to join in a wide range of leisure activities. Foundation theorist of play. Friedrich Froebel created an institute called the Kindergarten with the conception that gaming and play are the typical and essential forms of life. Froebel's central conception is free work. He believed that allowing children to have some free play to explore their own activities could help them increase their concentration, independence, and resilience. Also, he defended freedom with guidance. In other words, teachers are facilitators to guide children's learning by following their interests and respecting children's knowledge from their actual experiences. Children understand rules and expectations through games and play, discover pleasure, and make friendship. Also, some of Froebel's activities in his kindergarten were promoting dancing, building, gardening, and incorporating natural resources. He affirmed that children could learn engineering, physics, and logic through those activities and the objects he made by himself to promote the learning experiences. So why do we consider play-based approach an essential aspect of our curriculum? Play-based learn, a context for learning through which children organize and make sense of their social worlds, as they engage actively with people, objects, and representation. Well, our learning programs are based on the Early Years Learning Framework, National Quality Standards, Sociocultural and Critical Theory. Our play-based approach aims to promote opportunities for children through play to engage in social interactions and explore different environments and objects to build their own knowledge. Besides, our play-based programs believes in children's holistic development. That is how, through only one activity, we aim to develop different areas of children's development. For example, in kitchen role play, children develop at least their language, social, and fine motor skills. The Early Years Learning Framework affirms that learning through play enhances children's curiosity and promotes their confidence and independence. During the play experiences, children engage in social interactions with peers and educators, explore the world and themselves, as well as acquire new skills. The National Quality Standard claims that the educational programs in early childhood service are designed to maximize children's learning opportunities. Therefore, supporting children in develop those skills is necessary to follow their interests and allow them to play. It's also necessary to increase children's participation in decision making and problem solving to promote independence and critical thinking. Why is play essential? Sociocultural theories such as the Russian Lev Vygotsky believed that children build their learning through social interactions occurring in their environment, especially during play. Vygotsky affirmed that children constantly learn while playing. They take roles and actions from their natural social experiences, such as being a dad or a mom, or community members such as doctors and teachers. During dramatic play with peers or educators, they can share and expand their knowledge and understand others' perspectives. Another Vygotsky conception is the ZDP, Zone of Proximal Development, composed for what the learner can do independently and what the learner cannot do by himself. But with some support, we learn and acquire the necessary skills to reach the development. We can also call this support as scaffolding practice. Hence, teachers should facilitate learning by scaffolding children and promoting peer scaffolding as well. Also, it's necessary to create opportunities for children to interact with each other while playing to achieve their goals and share experiences. As children learn in action, they learn by practicing and by interacting with the environment. In critical thinking theory, theories such the Brazilian teacher Paulo Freire believed in equality, dialogues, and freedom in the classroom. He understands that everyone carries their own knowledge, acquired from their own context and experiences, and that knowledge needs to be used by the teachers to facilitate the learning. He claimed that children need to read the world before reading letters. In contact with natural resources, children build conceptions that any parent or teacher cannot teach, because it's about sense. The touch, the smell, taste, or noise can only be felt. Movement and play support children in understanding and exploring their bodies in the world, which is why play is so necessary for the early years. Freire claimed educators and teachers should reflect on their practice, involve children in decision-making and promote dialogues to solve conflicts, especially during play. It helps children to build their language skills, become critical thinkers, and be confident future adults with the power to make good decisions and change that benefit the world. Benefits of play. According to UNIT National Children Fund, brain development occurs from the combination of the neurons that the child is born with, plus the experiences and stimulation that the child receives. This combination allows the neurons to produce new connections that support the neural development called as well as synapses. They also affirm that the first years of a child's life are crucial to creating synapses. The recent research claims that by receiving the proper stimulation, a child can make up to 1 million new neural connections per second, and the most powerful stimulation comes from play. Play is a natural action in the early years. Children do not play to develop their skills, yet they can still acquire knowledge from any play that they are exposed to. According to the developmental milestones and the Early Years Learning Framework and the National Quality Standards for children between ages 3 to 5 years old, the milestones are divided into 5 areas: physical, social, emotional, cognitive, and language development. Through play, we are able to support all those areas to guarantee that our children are age appropriate, developed, and ready for school. Let's see how play supports our children. Physical skills combine gross and fine motor movement and balance to achieve increasingly complex patterns of activity, including dance, creative movement, and drama. Promoting dancing, running, jumping, obstacle course, play doh, and threading are activities that increasingly develop their physical skills, including their coordination, especially their balancing, as well as concentration and attention. All these skills are crucial for children to be able to hold the pencil with an appropriate grasp and perform simple self-care tasks such as dressing up, brushing their teeth, and being independent at mealtimes. Emotional and social skills. Children are supported to collaborate, learn from, and help each other. To improve their social and emotional skills, social games such as taking turns, role play, and feelings cards. All those activities support children to understand their feelings and others, make friends, build their self-image, share space and toys, as well as be part of the group. To support their cognitive development, puzzles, blocks, open-ended questions, sandpit, counting, shapes, drawing, painting, water play, and more are a few of the activities we use to promote children's cognitive skills. It also enhances their literacy and math conceptions. Literacy. In the early years, literacy includes a range of modes of communication, including music, movement, dance, storytelling, visual arts, media, and drama, as well as talking, reading, and writing. Group time, open-ended questions, shared reading, songs, one-to-one and group interactions are some of our language activities. How do we create our learning environments? A successful environment needs to be safe, shows respect for families and children, as well as offer meaningful interactions between peers, educators, and parents. According to the Early Years Learning Framework, a supportive environment should be created based on children's interests and needs. Also, offer a natural space with a range of natural resources. At our center, to ensure we maximize our children's learning, our spaces offer daily contact with natural resources, such as taking care of a garden and our warm fire. The educators use role modeling and open-ended questions to promote appreciation for nature, share thinking, and instigate their curiosity about science, such as physical, chemical, and natural reactions. Children are encouraged to have free play in the sandpit to work on their own things. We offer sand toys such as shovels, buckets, and shapes, so they could use their imagination to create different constructions. Also, they can dig, trace numbers and letters, play treasure hunts with different resources such as dinosaurs, farm animals, names, and letters. All those learning experiences enhance their language development, fine and gross motor skills, and support their math and literacy conceptions. The educators plan the treasure hunts according to children's level and interest. Also, we create opportunities for water play, such as fishing ladders and numbers, washing toys, and sea animals. Also, we offer them some sprays with water so they can trace numbers and letters in the wall. During this time, we provide meaningful social interactions to build positive relationships and develop children's language. We encourage peer interactions as well as scaffolding their learning and develop their social skills. Calm and relaxing spaces are crucial to children developing their cognitive skills. Crafts corners are offered where children can access different resources such as painting, pencils, crayons, paper, and more to support children's imagination, creativity, and have freedom and independence. Library, puzzles, and constructive spaces with recycling resources and blocks are excellent for cognitive and social skills, and also support math and engineering conceptions. The most important thing to create a successful environment for our children is the educators. By promoting learning opportunities and providing the right resources to meet children's needs and interests and respect their background. I'd like to give a big thank you to everyone who attended this meeting tonight. It was a pleasure to discuss some of our ideas, and we are looking forward to hearing your feedback and suggestions. Have a good night. Thank you.